Oh guys, yesterday France won the World Cup after beating Croatia 4-2, including a moment where Lloris went full Carriers. However though guys, that didn't mean football didn't come home this year, but what did come home on Saturday was the Euro Cup. That's right guys, Wolves won the Euro Cup after beating Swiss team Young Boys. We beat them 4-0 with the goal scorers being Helder Costa, Ivan Cavallero, Leo Bonatini and Rafa Mir. And that will look good in the trophy cabinet, especially after this season when we had either the Capital One Cup, the FA Cup or the Premier League Cup next to it. I'm calling it right now guys, Wolves are going to win a trophy this season. Anyway guys, let's move on to what the actual topic of this video is. And today guys, I am doing another Wolves transfer news or rumours video of the last couple of days, which will surprise absolutely none of you. But anyway, before we get started guys, just one thing, hit that subscribe button. It's an easy thing, you know, use your mouse or your finger and just hit that subscribe button. You know you want to, just do the thing that Lloris and Carriers can't. Do the easy thing and hit that subscribe button. Anyway guys, let's get into the video. So guys, let's get started, and first up on this list is a player that we've not been linked with before, and that is Joao Mario. He's at Inter Milan, he's 25 years old, he's Portuguese and is a versatile player in midfield, whether you can play on the wide or in the middle, and apparently he's got a good eye for a pass as well, so could be someone that could really help Wolves this season. Last season he spent the second half on loan at West Ham when David Moyes was in charge and helped them stay up, and apparently West Ham do also want him back after David Moyes has gone. So maybe Joao Mario is actually a really good player, because if David Moyes signs a player, normally they end up getting sold because of how terrible they are. Like, somehow Fellaini hasn't at Man United. But anyway though guys, as I say, in my opinion, this looks like it could be a really good signing for Wolves. So guys, I do fancy our chances if this is true, because apparently according to some reports, Inter Milan want to sell Joao Mario permanently, whereas West Ham only want to loan him, which doesn't fit what Inter Milan want. However, apparently Wolves are up to paying the price that Inter Milan are asking for to buy him. So could be really interesting, and if it is true, looks like we are front runners to sign him. Next up on this list guys is a player that Wolves were linked with last week, but I didn't include in that video, so I'm going to include him in this one. But the reason I didn't include him was because I was sheerly surprised that we could possibly attract a player from this club. His name's Glen Kamara, he's 22 years old, he's from Finland, he plays in midfield but can play a defensive position, almost ending like Connor Cody really when you think about it. And he used to be at Arsenal, but then he moved permanently to Dundee United. Dundee United, by the way guys, where he played really well. But I can't keep getting over the fact that how can we attract Glen Kamara from Dundee United? You know, Dundee United are the best team in the world. You know, Champions League winners next season, watch. I don't think they're in the Champions League, but they're going to win it anyway because that's how good they are. So guys, moving on from Dundee United, got a look at a player that I've already spoke about before, and it's Joao Quintero. Now, not going to give too much details about him, but his home club have says, look, if Wolves or Tottenham want him, you got to pay 22 million for him, so they've set the price tag right there. For Wolves, I think it's a bit of a risk. I've seen him play. I've seen the negatives of him. His shooting was a bit awful when he played for Colombia against England. On the other hand, I have seen, it does look like he's got proper quality in him, and I'm not proper quality, I don't know how you define that, but it does look like he's got the quality to pick a pass out and shoot from long range, so it could be worth a shout, especially with his left foot. However, 22 million is a bit of a risky price for Wolves, so the main question would be, would Wolves want to risk it for a biscuit? Now guys, to move on to a player that has left Wolves, the man I call the forgotten man. That's right guys, Prince Onyanga in the last couple of days has moved away from Wolves and joined French side SM Caen. I don't know how to pronounce it right. It's C-A-E-N. How do you pronounce that? You know, I'm not too sure to be honest, but I'm not good on pronunciations. But I will say guys that the forgotten man of Wolverhampton Wanderers, or what we called him when he's joined the Prince of Bilston, has left to join that team in France. To me guys, I do wish him a good career in that, but for Wolves, we signed him, didn't exactly do the best, and I didn't think he put himself around too much, to be honest. When he did play, he could have a good game, but he just never settled at Wolves, so hopefully he settles there and has a good remainder of his career. Now guys, I've actually just watched that back about Prince Onyanga, and I said remainder. I meant remainder, okay? Don't toast me in the... Don't roast me in the comment section because I put remainder. I meant remainder, okay? The remainder of his career. But anyway guys, I'm going to talk about two players now anyway, and these two players Wolves haven't been linked with, but could possibly be up for sale from their club. And if they are, I do think Wolves should give them a shout. Those players are Czech Kouyaté and Mikel Antonio, both West Ham players, but for me guys, they would be worth a shout. First of all, Kouyaté is a big presence in midfield. Okay, some might say he's basically Ndiaye because he is 28 years old, which is basically the same age as Ndiaye. He's Senegal, which is the same nation as Ndiaye. He's a central midfielder who also sits back as well in the CDM, which is a bit like Ndiaye. Wow, this is really beginning to sound like Ndiaye. However, the main difference between him and Ndiaye, in my opinion, is 129 Premier League appearances. That's right, guys. Kouyaté has not been relegated from the Premier League and has spent a couple of years at West Ham. And in those years, he has accumulated 129 Premier League appearances. For me, there's two things about Wolves. We're a bit short on Premier League experience. Not that it matters. Fulham had less experience than Villa, and Fulham got promoted. However, I do think you need that bit of experience just in the background staff, at least. You know, just to have in the background helping the younger players through. And Kouyaté could do that with his 129 Premier League appearances. However, also, West Ham are willing to sell him for 10 million, and we are short in central midfield, so could be a decent option even if he was just to sit on the bench. Could be a decent option. With Antonio, he's English, he's also 28 years old, but he's a very versatile player. For West Ham, he's played up front and got a couple of goals. He's played on the wing and helped his team. He has also played as a wing back, and last season he did spend some time at wing back as well. He accumulated 21 appearances and in that time scoring 3 goals and getting 1 assist. Doesn't sound like the most, but could be good backup at least off the bench. If you need a goal, he can play up front. If you want to bring someone on just to pressure the centre backs or something, could be brought on as a winger. Or if Doherty's getting a bit tired, you can bring him on as a wing back. So it could be a good player to have on the bench. I'm not saying they're world class players. Obviously, no, only Prince Onyang is a world class player and we've just got rid of him. But they could really help the team with their experience in the Premier League. Anyway guys, that is it from me today. If you liked the video, then hit the like button. If you're new, why not hit the subscribe button and comment in the comment section, guys. Do you think we can attract players from the calibre of Dundee United? Do you think Kouyaté and Antonio would be good signings? And would you like to see Joao Quintero or Joao Mario join Wolves? Let me know in the comment section and I'll speak to you guys later.